Hello. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm just going ahead and cleansing the energy. We're using frankincense today. I do have a couple initials that fell out of my charm bowl that can resonate for some of you guys. I know we're just getting started. I did briefly want to discuss something that's happening in the twin flame community. I know we hate the label and everything. But this is going to be uploaded on YouTube, so I'm not going to take as much time kind of pausing. I'm on a little bit of a time limit. We're just going to cover a little bit. So there's been a lot of heavy energy in regards to divine counterparts. So a lot of you guys right now are learning how to strip old conditioning and programming. Okay, so that's been very, very significant and very, very heavy. I'm going to be doing a collective message on this, so you guys can stay tuned for that. I'm not sure if I'll have enough time to do one today, but I'll definitely post one here this week because the energy is very, very heavy. And if you guys are experiencing that heaviness, if that journey resonates for you, you're just being called to detach as much as possible, but go through your feelings, especially when we're in these Libra moon periods, because Libra is ruled by Venus. Venus is ruled by the divine feminine. Okay, so there's a lot of energy, and you know, Venus is also ruled by love, so it's been very, very heavy on that side. So just know you're not alone. I'm going to be doing a message for you guys just to kind of pick up on the energy and guide you if you guys are feeling stuck, so you guys can stay tuned for that. But today we are going to be doing a general collective message for what the moon is entailing for a lot of you guys. Sorry, don't answer questions in my chat. This is just a collective reading today. So this is just going to be general. How are you guys feeling? Are you guys feeling okay? Me, personally, I felt fine on Friday. I felt fine Saturday, Sunday, and then today it's just like I feel a little bit more heavy. So I'm not sure if a lot of you guys feel that. Thank you guys for the likes. Really appreciate it. We are just going to wait just a couple more minutes. Just let everybody kind of filter through who wants to be a part of the session today. Guys, don't have to be afraid to click in to the actual live. Everybody here is very respectful. This is a very protected live, okay? So you're safe here. This is a safe space. How's everybody doing though? You guys all doing okay? I know some people feel a little bit more heavy. Some don't really feel as heavy. I'm very, very happy that it's sunny right now where I'm at, so that's really helping. I feel like for my energy to not allow me to be so heavy. And I know full moons, it doesn't matter what sign it's in, they're heavy because things come up that we don't even necessarily know that needs to be released. So if you're sitting on that side where you're really emotional, crying more than normal, just make sure that you let it out. And Spirit was also giving me a vision of everybody's hearts kind of being like open, but instead of like you guys realizing that your heart chakra is actually like opening and activating to on the lighter side of things, it's almost like the darkness is kind of purging from the heart. And so that's what really needs to be done right now. Heart chakra and throat chakra is very significant, as well as crown chakra. Okay, so that can be very significant, but the vision that they were showing me was somebody's heart and just kind of like this darkness like purging out of the heart. And then they were showing me like somebody like stitching their heart back together. Just right when I said that, I got an image of like Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Sorry, there's an ad. Of course, like anytime I start a live, they're like, hey, we're gonna shift your message. Cool. Okay, for music. But so that can be significant. So what's happening right now is you guys are kind of like purging out the darkness, and you could be feeling a little bit more empty within that heart space, but just know that like it is activating, right? So it's like we have to purge, and then it's like we have to like re-sow and put our heart back together necessarily, even though it might feel a little bit empty, and then it's going to be like activated. Like Archangel Raphael showing me like just this like gold like light just being like activated within the heart chakra. So that can be significant for some of you guys too, if you've been feeling a little bit more heavy. I know also a lot of the collective energy, you guys have been feeling very confused, like not knowing where you're going. Maybe finances are looking a little heavy right now. You're really not sure like maybe where you're going purpose wise, where your life is going to go. Maybe some of you guys are actually thinking about relocating. So just whatever is like really put in your heart space, know that that is something that you probably have to do, but that's going to come up with a lot of fear, right? Because we're stepping into a brand new timeline. So it's like a lot of this energy is like where we know that we need to do some like things, but it's almost the energy of like not feeling like we have the resources, not feeling like we're ready. And that's the thing with change, is we're never going to feel ready. All right. So it's really giving like a lot of Fool energy, but in order to obtain those new beginnings, there is like a leap of faith that you guys have to take. You have to jump out of your comfort zone. So that could be upcoming. That could be significant. The letters that came out, if you guys missed it and you didn't hear, when I was kind of shuffling my charms and my letters, I had some letters fall out. So I have the letter P, the letter R, another P, A, Y, and D. So that can be significant. But also the way that I put this up is it can actually spell the letter pay. So that could be significant too. Let's go ahead and get some. Thanks. That was a lot. So the lotus flower, so you guys are growing from the mud. It feels heavy right now, I'm telling you, okay? Rabbits are all about fertility, new beginnings, good luck. And you guys also have the owl. So clairvoyant, your abilities are deepening, good luck's on your side. I know you feel heavy right now, but you're about to bloom, okay? And honestly, there's no timeline on it. I know we've been talking about it for a while, right? That we're shifting and all of this stuff. And that's what you guys need to know too, is like when we are shifting, the stripping is very uncomfortable, right? Because it's like you can't go back to the past, because you guys, whether you realize it or not, the transformation, that death energy is really wrapping up right now. So it's like you no longer can go back to the past self, but it's like you don't know where you're going moving forward. So it's like putting you in this like standstill period before you shift or before you slingshot. So that's why you feel heavy. That's why you feel lost and confused, is because like we've never been on this timeline before. And so that can really be significant for a lot of you guys too right now. What is this? This is a mouse. So tending to the small things. Okay, can be very significant. Confirmation, my cats are dropping bowls here. We have I take this like the skull as death and rebirth, but the thing is we're seeing the bones with the cross, so it looks like poison, so you're purging out the poison. Still, it just might not be as heavy as maybe it was during the eclipse period and everything, but you're still transforming with the butterfly here. You guys are still transforming. A lot of you guys need to speak up, share your voice. Maybe that's something that you're struggling with learning how to do for the first time. You're highly called. Share your music, speak, motivational speaking, sharing your content, being a singer, songwriter, stuff like this. This is us really pushing ourselves into our purpose right now, okay? The brush or the comb is like getting to what's essential. Fine-tuning what you know, right? With the mouse too, tending to the small things. And they gave us the snake, and there's a heart in the snake. So do you see how there's like a rebirth going on? There's something significant with the heart chakra. And you have another dude, you can't make this up. You have another rabbit. You have 2 more rabbits. So there's 3 rabbits. 3 is the number of the divine feminine, and the rabbit does depict feminine energy. Okay, so a lot of fertility, a lot of creation, right? What does the number 3 resemble? It resembles creation, creativity. So a lot of you guys need to be focused on your purpose and not anything else. I know a lot of us want love and all of this stuff, but this is bigger than that, okay? We have the glasses. So this is giving like Page of Swords energy. So really making sure that you're like focused in. You're going to have your glasses on, seeing the bigger picture too. Taking off the rose-colored glasses, putting on your actual glasses, seeing the bigger picture. Ready to learn more, okay? We also have, oh my gosh, another skull. Death energy. That's all we have is death and rebirth. We have the skulls, we have the snake, we have the butterfly. And this is what's rebirthing is your ability. I always tell you guys that my collective, a lot of you guys are made from angel DNA. Very significant confirmation when I said that. And you guys have like mediumship abilities. You guys are clairvoyant. You're gifted. Okay, so the veil is going to be extremely thin to your abilities. And we have the bronze snake, the other one that matches that one, also with a heart in it. So for a lot of my counterparts, things are shifting and it's weird because you're solely having to put yourself first. And as much as I know it's hard because there's like a massive pull, I don't really want to talk about it too much, but that's really the energy. It's very heavy right now, and I am a counterpart. So I'm never going to not say that it's not important. I'm never not going to talk about it because it's a part of who I am. And that's a part of my journey and my purpose is to share that with you guys, to make you guys know that you're not alone, okay? And we have the hamburger and we actually have the drink too. All right, so fast food might be significant. That might just be a little indicator. Just be mindful of like what you're putting into your body, but also just know that it's okay to treat yourself every once in a while. And on the drink, it does say cool. And then we have the leaf. And that just symbolizes like new beginnings, right? Like the shedding of old skin too with the snake. It's like your leaves have already fallen. So it's like you feel like this bare tree with no leaves on it, right? So it's like you don't know how to feel because everything that you've ever known is being stripped from you. And a lot of you divine counterparts, everything that you've ever known up until this point on your journey is also being stripped from you. Okay? And then we're roughly going to go over the initials that can resonate for some of you guys. We do have a yellow love heart here. So what this is signaling, right? Because the yellow depicts solar plexus. So it's like you need to fall in love with yourself. You need to fall in love with yourself so hard that you really harness that Queen or King of Wands energy where it's like you have the confidence. You believe in yourself on your own. Nobody else. You're doing this on your own. And that's why it feels so scary is because a lot of you guys 100% like everything's been stripped from you. Nobody understands you. Nobody understands what you're going through. You seem crazy to everybody else. Hi, sweetie. I hope you're doing well. But like, that's the energy, no matter what journey you're on. Like, we just do not feel like we're being understood. And that's what's going to break us free. Like, we're breaking free. Anytime you feel uncomfortable, you're leading up to something. You're leading to shift into something. Is very significant. Okay, so we have the letter F, the letter C, S, O, X, Y, D, O, E, M, B, Q. There's also boy in here. Okay, Q, G, C, Y, R, A, D, R, P, P, and U. So pup. So some of you guys might be wanting to get a new dog or a puppy, or animals can be significant. Some of you guys also could be getting a new car. I don't know why they just said corn on the cob could be significant to some of you guys. And that's not really an Easter food. We have Easter next Sunday, so that could resonate. Bed is another word that I'm seeing. So maybe a lot of you guys have been kind of in your bed, just like resting up here. We also have card. So some of you guys need to start doing tarot online. It's going to resonate for some of you guys. Your body is also changing. Could also, fog can be significant where you're at. And fox. All right. I just heard Foxy Cleopatra. And that's the energy, right? I'm Foxy Cleopatra. That's the energy y'all need to be in. Like, for real. For real. But you guys, like, literally, I'm looking and you guys have, like, the horseshoe. You have 3 freaking rabbits. Like, that's all symbolizing, like, good luck. So just know that, like, whatever your body is going through, whatever you're going through right now, it's going to end. It's going to get better, okay? So try to hold on to the good parts and just know that anytime you feel weird, anytime that you're going through a transformation and it feels like it's never going to end and it's been so freaking long, imagine the big turnout that's going to happen, the big change that's going to happen. This is one of the biggest shifts that we've had yet since the mass awakening. And I want to say the mass awakening started around 2020 when COVID hit, okay? So literally, this is another like massive, massive shift. One that like we're not even used to. We're used to maybe going through like a death and rebirth, maybe 3-4 months max. I want to say that this transformation has been going on since literally Sagittarius season. So this is like past 6 months is what we're approaching. We're like about to approach 7 months. It's just been heavy. Okay. And not to mention like all the year of 2024 was extremely heavy. And critical to finances, like critical to everything. It's been a shit show. Alrighty, we are going to start with the archetypes. And I do have some money and abundance oracles too, because I really feel that energy has been very heavy for this collective. And all I just keep hearing is like money mantras, and they're actually coming to me as downloads as well. Okay, so just like randomly, like I haven't been on TikTok in like a week. I only came on to post like the 2 videos. I think it was on like Thursday or Friday. But other than that, like I have not been on here. And like when I'm saying like haven't been on TikTok, I'm not even saying like I haven't been posting videos, but like I haven't even been like watching. I haven't been watching readings. I haven't done anything like that. I like to watch my readings too. Okay, because if you're a reader, you'll understand it's a lot harder to read on yourself. Like you get a lot of blocks because you don't know like what you're channeling, what you're picking up on, and like what's true, or if your mind's gonna alter. It's really, really hard to do readings on yourself, and that's how a lot of us learn how to read, sadly. Okay, so it's been a little weird. And for a lot of you guys that do have gifts and stuff, you'll start noticing that like there'll be days where you're super like enlightened and you feel super activated, and then it's like the next day you kind of go back to like feeling like your intuition's blocked or your third eye's blocked, or there's like shit that's coming up again. It's been really weird. It's been a really weird cycle, a really heavy cycle too, going back and forth. And I like just I want to say that it's like going to get better because I know it's going to get better. I just don't know that for sure when. You know what I'm saying? Like none of us know when. Only they know upstairs. Okay, we're going to talk about it. So there's literally, I'm seeing the thread. And I just like, this is super random, okay? So not going to resonate for everybody. I promise we're going to get into the message. This is not going to be a long spiel. But last night I was laying in my bed, right? And I am a counterpart, okay? So I was laying in my bed and I had like an itch on my leg. And so like I started like itching my leg. And then I felt something that was like on my leg. And I like pick it up and it's literally this red thread. It was like this red thread. And I was like, what the hell? Because none of my blankets are red. I don't really wear red. I mean, especially if you guys see me, like I don't have any red blankets. None of the linens on my bed are red. Like my sons or anything like that, like don't even wear it red. And it was almost kind of like a maroon red. It wasn't like a super red thread, right? So like if my sons wear like a red shirt, and it wasn't even like a shirt material, it almost looked like blanket material. So it was really weird. And I found that last night, and there was like a knot right in the middle, and then it had like 2 ends. So that was super significant to me. I was like, what is going on? Okay, but this is like your own connection. Okay, so we are going to briefly discuss what the thread in this archetype means, just because like that was confirmation for me enough, for real. So a lot of you know, and a lot of people that do follow me, you guys are also divine counterparts, okay? And I promise this is not going to be the only thing that we talk about, okay? I honestly hate to have it go this way, because I'm never trying to pull or sway anybody in any kind of direction. The journey's hard the fuck enough as it is, just in its own, okay? The thread, let me see. This one always takes me a little bit to find. Where are you? Okay, 205, which make a 7. So 7s can be very significant. Okay, so the thread is the path, the vein, and the circuit. The circuit of meaning within chaos. That's exactly what this means. But confirmation on that too. But do you see there's a rainbow at the top? Rainbows can be very significant. And do you see the fog? Weird, right? Weird how I start with charms and initials and it all just starts making sense. There is like a fog that's come over right now. And it is going to clear. Okay? And you're going to be pulling yourself up. All right? So it's like right now you're like repatching your wounds. As I was sitting here channeling the fact that you're like sewing back up your heart chakra because you were cracked the hell open in the darkness, right? And that's never comfortable. That's never comfortable. But the reason why we have to go through that is because there's pieces down that we have to obtain before we can come out. And I feel like we talked about this on the last moon reading. And so it's like whether you realize it or not, being through this process, it's like your higher self did obtain a piece of knowledge. So right now, you're just like releasing the toxicity as you're pulling yourself up, okay? Because we're not taking that crap with us in this new timeline. You're sewing up your heart and you're pulling your ass out of there, okay? It's exactly what's happening, and you're going to the rainbow. You're going to the light. A lot happier times. What does the rainbow depict, right? The rainbow is in the 10 of Cups. That's where you guys are going. You guys are going to your ultimate happiness, as much as it looks dark and scary and you're completely alone. The only one who can pull you out is yourself. That's always how it is. You can't look for a savior. You have to be your own. Okay? So very, very significant here. What else do we have, please? The ring and the king. The hunter. I don't know why, but like I just like Snow White is very significant. I keep getting the downloads from like Once Upon a Time, the TV show, as well. Okay. This is like a commitment to yourself, though. A lot of you guys are going to be stepping out and driving out of your masculine energy a little bit. Not to say that, like, you know, you're more of one energy, but it's like a lot of us have been in the feminine energy right now. Even masculine energies, right? Where it's like we're called to kind of sit down and heal and nurture and self-care and be in this receiving mode. So that tells me that if we're shifting, oh my gosh, like, what the hell? My eyes itching like crazy. But if we're about to switch energies, that means that something's about to shift. So that means like some sort of like abundance or happiness is coming in, right? Where we're actually going to be called to be more in that doer energy. It's like your eye is on something, right? You've been navigating through the darkness straight to the light. And your warrior energy. It doesn't matter. Like this is exactly why you're given these sort of lessons and tests, is because your soul can handle it. You're very, very divinely chosen. Sorry, you don't answer questions in my life. This is just a collective read. If you guys would like a personal reading, my link is in my bio, okay? And the ring symbolizes commitment. So, I mean, a lot of people might look at this and be like, oh yeah, somebody wants to like offer commitment to you. That's not what I'm seeing here. I mean, it very well could be something to do with counterparts, as we were talking about that too, okay? Because we do see the thread, the ring, and the king with the hunter. So take it however you want it, okay? But we're going to have more of a general outlook on this. So this is more of like a commitment to yourself, knowing that you were left alone in the darkness. Nobody came and saved you. Even if you are a counterpart, this person didn't come and save you. This person's still asleep. Like, it doesn't matter. You were alone. There was something you had to obtain on your own. And you're being pulled up by the thread. Your commitment was tested. King energy is finding that own energy that you've been searching for within yourself. Ruler of your own kingdom. Okay. Let's shift the energy. Where is this collective's energy currently at, please? Thanatos. Can't make it up. To the nectar. I'm pretty sure Thanatos is like death. We are going to transition. I just like to see where your guys' overall energy is at. So if there's anything that I need to speak on or help you guys with, I can. I'm feeling a little like blocked though in regards to this energy. So it's like something that you're obtaining is like only you're going to know what that means for you. Hi, Dawn. Hopefully you're doing well. But yeah, Thanatos, it literally is death. Grieving, mourning, bearing witness to all that is. Ooh, this is getting deep. Okay, so I think what Spirit's saying to me is that when a lot of you guys went down, right, because we were seeing the thread, like as you were pulling yourself, the transformation that happened, I think you were opened up to a lot more things that you didn't even want to know about. You did not even recognize was still down there. I do feel like some of you guys tend to not want to take the deeper dives just because like you know that when you're down there, there's a lot of shit that's going to be like coming out of the woodworks that like you didn't even know that you needed to address. So it's like coming at you from all angles. It's really giving like the 7 of Wands energy. So it's like as you're going down there, it's like you have all of these things coming at you that you have to like fight and slay. Okay. There's something with like king energy slaying the dragon no matter what your gender is, okay? So there was things that you had to fight and battle down there within you in order to gain the key pieces that you needed in order to come out, because the nectar is like the elixir of life. So there's something that you had to go down there to obtain that's going to be important piece to unlock your abundance in this new timeline, if that makes sense, okay? But it's not a pretty experience. So this is like the energy that you're feeling right now is literally the de-shedding of all that you've ever known, everything that was trying to stick onto you, right? Because in order to shift, your auric field has to be completely light. It has to be completely ready to shift. You can't have any of that extra past baggage onto you. So right now it's kind of like you're cleaning yourself up, right? You're repairing your heart, but you're about to step into this elixir energy, and that's very, very significant. We have the venom right there underneath, and the venom has been very significant too for about like a month. All of the purging, the nectar 181. And that signifies a 10, so that number can be significant for some of you guys. If you guys have stopped seeing 1010, then that's a good sign that it's like wrapping up, okay? I know there's like 10 people in this room right now. So, my goodness. Sorry, I don't answer questions in my live stream, but if you'd like a personal reading, my link is in my bio. Okay, and the nectar is the medicine, the elixir, and the garden. So glowing, relaxed, subtle illumination. And that's exactly, right, what you were looking for. The illumination. Okay, illumination. And that's exactly, right, what you were looking for. The illumination. Okay, but just know that right now, during this like healing, repatching, you're gonna be a better you than ever before. I don't think we quite understand what that means yet, because there's a lot of secrets. There's a lot of things that the divine's not telling us. And even me being like super connected, it's almost like right where we feel like super enlightened, and then we feel a little bit like blocked, like we don't know all of the answers, and it's like we're seeking the answers. They just keep showing me the high priestess like rotating in my head, so it's like it can be reversed, and then it can be upright, it can be reversed, and then upright, right? And so if we're saying the upright high priestess, that's like you have all of the inner wisdom, all of the key pieces to be able to unlock within yourself. But like when it's in the reverse, it's like things are hidden, right? Like there's some sort of secrets, but it's like it keeps rotating for some reason. So that can also be significant. Cancer energy can also be significant. There's actually been very, very heavy Cancer energy. The Chariot and the High Priestess has been very, very significant. Not saying that you have to be that sign or anything, but your Cancer placement can be significant if you have one. So yeah, for some reason, normally I can tap more in, but it's almost like they don't want to even talk about that. So we're going to shift the energy a little bit. Let's go straight to the Moonology and see. Oh, look at this. Expect powerful change. A lot of you guys could, your emotions could be running really high right now because it's a full moon, okay? But just know that like something powerful is happening. Yeah, a win-win outcome is forecast here. Full moon in Libra. You can't make this up. Expect powerful change is on the back. I know, I was just looking. It was 12/22 here too. I was like, eh. Ooh, we got lucky number 13 in the house. Lots of divine feminine energy. There's something significant going on with the feminine energy within us. Luck is on your side. Look at that. Beautiful energy. How many rabbits did you have? How many good luck shit did you have? Okay. New moon in Sagittarius. I do feel... Okay. So that's weird because when I was saying that when this transformation happened for a lot of us, it was in Sagittarius season. And it's like... this entire year has shaped a completely different version of yourself. You see how like the moon up there, it's a new moon, so it's like all dark. So it's like you had to go through a lot of darkness, more so than you're used to, deeper than you're used to. This is like conditioning, reconditioning. When's the last time that you guys even touched your conditioning? Probably when you first awakened, because it's so... I have confirmation chills as I'm saying this, because it's like when you have your first spiritual awakening, it's so enlightening. Like you're so peaked that it's just, if something doesn't resonate with you, you're like speaking about it, right? Like all of the things that you ever knew was being like reconstructed. You were like, no, that's not right. That just doesn't sit right with me, right? Maybe about the Bible, or maybe about politics, or the way that the world is, whatever that conditioning was for you. Yes. Right. And that's the thing. Thank you for saying that too. And that's going to resonate for a lot of the counterparts, a lot of people right now, right? So it's about your darkness and not about the darkness that other people have invoked within you. And that was exactly where a lot of the reconditioning, the deconstructing had come, right? Because especially in counterpart situations, it's like we want to blame them for everything. Okay, we want to blame people for everything, for what they did to us, for why we are the way that we are, and all of this kind of crap, okay? Hi, Monique. Thank you for the follow. I hope you guys are doing well. But yeah, exactly. Like, literally found the antidote within, because it's like you can't get to yourself when you're peeling off the layers of everything else that people have reflected and projected onto you. And as a healer... okay, and a lot of us are just natural empaths, natural intuitives. That's how healer energy is, okay? So we have a lot of clear abilities, and substantially those two. Your intuition is on point, and your sense of feeling is on point, okay? But it's like, you don't even know what's within you until you can get everybody else's energy off of you. That's why you've been in hermit mode for so long. That's why you've been in the shadow for so long. Okay, and thank God, like, doesn't allow us to like constantly be in that energy. You know, there'll be a couple days here that we're given like energy or more happiness or more joy. And then it's like after about a day or two, you kind of slip back into that energy because they're like, hey, this wounding's off of you. Hey, you have time for this now. Like, look deeper. And that's been really the energy, right? Like, look deeper. And a lot of people can't look deeper, right? Because they're always pointing the finger. They want to blame other people for why they are the way that they are. Well, I wouldn't be in this situation if this person didn't hurt me, or there's a lot of confusion, there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of resentment. And that's exactly what's being stripped away, right? The old programming, the old conditioning, the old energy. But there's something transformative. So I've really been picking up on summer energy, which is also why Cancer could be very significant, okay? So I do feel like there's something really, really big that's going to be happening for you guys, like Cancer season to Sagittarius season. So those placements can also be significant for you guys. But there's a lot of like good luck for what you're doing, right? Like, I know it's deep. I know it's been heavy. I know it's been a really long time, but the payout for everything that you've been going through is about to be so substantial. It's going to be really life-changing. Nothing you've ever experienced before, okay, you guys? So it's never all for nothing, bro. A new start is coming. New moon in Taurus, I've been saying, if you guys watch my videos, I've been saying there's something significant about the new moon in Taurus. It's April 27th. That's like when this dark period is going to be gone. Like, you're no longer going to have to be in your shadow and in your healing. You can actually start living your life again, but happily, right? Start creating again, start doing again. That's why we're seeing the masculine energy, right? We're not always in the feminine energy to just self-care and call in our abundance. We're in the feminine energy because the feminine energy is what helps us master our own emotions. And if you can't, like, if you're sitting in your shadow and you don't know how to master your emotions, it will get the best of you. And you will get test after test after test after test after test. And you could push it away. Maybe it's a little heavy. Oh, that shit's going to re-stem next week. That shit's going to re-stem in 2 weeks. Like, there's no getting out of it right now. And that's the energy, right? Only you can pull yourself up, but you have to be cleared out before you can pull yourself up. Because if you can't pull yourself up and you're letting your emotions get the best of you, there's more shit to look at down there that's preventing you from believing that you can pull yourself up, if that makes sense, okay? So there's like two sides of the coin. I feel like for a lot of you guys that are in this room right now, you understand that. It's like you're already in the energy of pulling yourself out. And just know that it's not all for nothing. Like, this is bringing massive changes in energy. And I saw on the bottom, conclusions are within reach. And that's exactly what's going on. The divine's never going to leave you out. They have to leave you out for you to learn lessons. Oh, there's a little green heart. I didn't even see. Green heart. Beep, beep. Heart chakra has been so significant. A personal issue reaches resolution. A personal issue. Something significant about Cancer. We see here Cancer energy. So there's some sort of transformation that you've been going through since January of this year. It's about to wrap up. You got real personal with yourself. And not to mention, like, not to shine a big light on Cancer energy, but Cancer is the cardinal water sign. What does that mean? The cardinal sign is the first, okay? So it's more of like the more prominent, right? That holds the key aspects of what we need to look at. And if we're talking about water energy, this is about your emotions, right? Everybody looks at the full moon in Cancer and they're like, holy fuck no, right? And it's always something that happens like right in the beginning of the year because it's such a transitional phase. And a lot of this energy that stems up during this moon phase, you don't process it all for like months. And that's exactly what we're seeing here, okay? And I feel like it's been a lot more heavy this year than any other year. A lot of you guys really could have been going through a very hard time at the beginning of this year. right? Because it was like, we're shifting out of 2024, which was like a heavy fucking mind fuck, and then it's like we're shifting into the brand new year, and it was almost like we wanted to have these new like resolutions or this new like energy. Maybe a lot of you guys didn't even set resolutions because it was just like, what the fuck is the point? It was so heavy, right, that we were transitioning out of, and where we thought it was going to be a little bit more peaceful or harmonious or happier, it was like we got spiraled into chaos within ourselves. All right, so it really shifted here, but this is all clearing up, right? So the deeper the dive, the more the shadow, the more the shit, the more the emotions, like it's going to free you. How do you work through your mind? Do you work through your emotions? And this is what we're trying to obtain here. We have to get out of the levels of emotions, or why am I feeling this way? Why am I so emotional? Why am I being triggered, right? So very, very much shadow work integrated period for like 3 to 4 months is what we've been going through. And to get to know ourselves better, to get to know our triggers better, to have more peace and prosperity in our life, to stop taking everything personal, to start looking at everybody as a mirror necessarily. And I'm not saying that those people that trigger you and everything are like good for you or anything like that. But it's just like, if you can see the pieces within yourself on why that specific individual or why that specific phrase triggered you, and you can look within deeper, that's been the main point, okay? Yeah, nobody did. It's been a shit show. Luck is on your side, but adjustments have needed to be required, okay? And this is what you guys have been doing. You've been adjusting your timeline, adjusting your energy to bring in this good luck in whatever you manifested, okay? So maybe a lot of you guys did manifest. Like, they're saying new moon in Capricorn, so like right before the full moon in Cancer, you were manifesting like your dream life, all right? And I feel like when we got wrapped up with how the year was, and instead of setting resolutions, it's like we kind of got swept away by like all of that heavier energy, right? And so then we started doubting, we started fearing, not thinking that we were good enough for our manifestations, we weren't good enough for anything. And it's all for a reason, because you had to strip all of this conditioning, all of this emotions, all of this turmoil, strip the pieces of your shadow that no longer need to be there, that you, honestly, some of you guys might not even need to look at some of those things that you've had to look at ever again, okay? Not saying that like everything's completely swept away, but there's some of the like harder shit that's not going to bother you anymore. You're growing, you're elevating, you're not going to be the same person anymore. And I know it's hard to understand that because like we haven't fully shifted yet, but like our body has already been preparing us for this shift, like where we want to go and right, like cling on to like things that we've known. It's no longer there. That's why we feel lost and confused, because we don't have the comforts to slip back to anymore. We only have ourselves and our emotions moving forward. So it's like, how are we going to control and utilize our emotions to get us to where we need to be? Are we going to let our emotions get the best of us, or are we going to have control over them? And a lot of you guys in this room right now, you have learned how to at least master a large majority of your emotions. So pay attention to like how much you've grown, even from 6 months ago. Because I bet you it's been a lot more work than you think. Your hard work is paying off. Nothing is done for nothing. New moon in Capricorn. There's something significant here about like the winter. New moon in Capricorn, I was just talking about that, where you guys set all of your intentions for this adjustments being required. There's no moon phase on here. This is just weird. I said new moon in Sagittarius, which would have been Sagittarius season, and then the full moon in Cancer is beginning of January typically, and this is the end of 2024. It's like where this transformation was taking place, and I said that before I even grabbed this damn deck, okay? That a transformation has been going on since about Sagittarius season. And now we're seeing your hard work is paying off. A new start is coming by the next new moon. The new moon in Taurus has been significant, which is April 27th. Like, you can't make this shit up. Like, you just can't. Like, you guys have figured it out. And if you guys haven't been figured it out, like, it's going to be an intense next 2 weeks for you, okay? A lot of you guys have been releasing negativity, a lot of fear, a lot of doubt that your ego wants you to go back to, but it's like it gets you nowhere except just like kind of emptiness feeling necessarily. So you're like, why am I even holding on to that? Like, why? You know what I'm saying? So it's really what's shifting. Dude, okay. Like, have we been paying attention? What does that say? New moon in Taurus. Prosperity lies ahead. You cannot make this up. What's the next new moon? The new moon in Taurus. It's fucking amazing. It's fucking amazing. And look at this shit right here. Surrender to the divine. Stop trying to find more fucking problems. Pull yourself up, heal, look at what you need to heal, let it go. Surrender everything that is not in your life right now. So divine counterparts, surrender that person. Surrender your person. You've done it before, you can do it again. I know it's heavy emotions right now for those of you that's going to resonate, because this is literally the energy too. When we're talking about love, okay, it's Venus, Libra energy, justice, judgment. If they're not here, let them go. I don't care what kind of person it is, twin flame, soulmate, karmic energy, whatever you're letting stew, like let it go. Let it go. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse energy. And that's weird because we started with the new moon eclipse and then we have the full moon eclipse. And we just had an eclipse before this moon cycle. All right. So something has been transforming very significantly here for you. But just know that like the transformation's just about damn near done. It's only going to feel heavy if you still have things to purge and go through. And I'm not saying that like you're not going to have like normal things that you need to release, but this needs to be more about yourself than other people. That's where we're going. A lot of our time and energy has been focused on other people, places, and things. Why we can't obtain this, why that person's not coming back, why are our finances like this, why don't we know about our purpose? And it's like all of these questions, like we honestly already have the answers to. So we need to just surrender, give it to God. Know that like anything that's truly meant for you will come back to you. Okay? All right. Those old ways of being, old ways of making money, old jobs, old places, areas, hometowns aren't serving you anymore. You're going to be called to journey out. A lot of you guys, I keep getting travel is very significant. And then I just heard fly with the wind. So, and if I'm talking about fly with the wind, I'm thinking about airplanes. So travel. Yeah, no, seriously. You can't grow sometimes being stuck in the same old area, same old place. Okay. Really need to get this. I'm gonna go here. We're gonna get a couple more here. All right, I knew this damn card was gonna come out, Spirit. Like, you have a sensitive antenna. Literally, it's High Priestess energy all fucking day. I don't care what your sign is. It's an embodiment of the High Priestess. You have gotten to know the core pieces of yourself. You went through your doubts. You went through the secrets. And that's really what's being held from us right now is we don't have all the answers. And we have to be okay with not having all of the answers. But the test is if we don't have enough trust and faith that the divine is working in our favor and that they have our best life planned out for us, whatever you manifested, that's exactly what they're creating. And it's like, if you don't trust them and if you don't surrender, it's like you're shitting on them. Like you're like, oh, fuck you, you don't have my best interest. It's fucking God. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Yes, the healing's hard. We can get in that kind of resentment type energy, even towards the divine, from withholding shit from us. But if something is being withheld from you, you don't really need to know. Okay? Sensitive people collect the emotions of others. And we were just talking about this, how it wasn't your own energy for a long time that you were stripping. It was other people's energy off of you that you were stripping. And you figured that out. You figured out how to reach in the deep core essence of yourself What needed to be reconditioned and reprogrammed for yourself? You had to go through layers and layers of sludge to get to your true self, to your true identity. 36 can be significant. Could be somebody's age. 369 can be significant. Lots of threes. The way is clear. This is exactly what's going on. Your dreams are about to be a reality. You see this galaxy? The way is clear. There's only one way to go. Into your own little planet. Into your own new little timeline. What number is that? Oh, it was 3. So you guys could be seeing 333, 666, 999 has been really heavy. You got to clear out the karma. You got to clear out the sludge. And I'm not just talking about your earthly karma. You already cleared that with one of your dark nights of the soul. We go through very many dark nights of the soul, okay? And that's exactly what we've been going through right now. But instead of cleansing out your earthly karma, there's karma that your soul has not been able to cleanse out before. Because in other past lives, you've never been able to achieve this level of consciousness. So you have new things that you're unlocking, obtaining. They just said Akashic records. So a lot of you guys, your dreams are significant. I know they're confusing. I know you've been getting a lot of freaking dreams. Counterparts, you're dreaming of your twins, all of that kind of weird shit. And it's like, it's not to symbolize the person, but it's what's in your inner knowing. It's what's in your soul. It's what's in your blueprint DNA that you're literally unlocking. So it might not make sense when you're actually waking up. You're like, that was a fucking weird dream. But like, it's making sense to your soul. Okay? Super significant. Oh my god, you guys. This is 1 and 7. So 111, 777, 888. Miracles happen. And this says, give the universe your clear intention. Exactly. Exactly. Because you passed the fucking test. They're like, whatever you want, what do you want? What do you want? Because you did more healing in this however long you've been awakened. And for a lot of you guys, it's going to be like 2 to, I want to say for you guys that are resonating with this, you probably have been spiritually awoke for more than 3 years. But how long have you been awakened? Okay? And you have already reached a peace within yourself that has never been obtainable in any one of your other lifetimes. And you did all of this within 3, 4, 5, 6 years. Yeah. Exactly. That's shit's crazy. Like you don't understand how big of a transformation this is going to be for a lot of you guys. That's why we're seeing 10 of Pentacles timeline. That shit's not going to go away. You're only improving yourself. You're only going to be better. And can you imagine, like, if you're about to be stepping on the 10 of Pentacles timeline, what the rest of your years and timelines are going to look like? Just saying. Miraculous things are happening for you. God is orchestrating all of it because you're their star. That's what they said. Because you're my star. Trust in your new path. I know it looks a little scary. It looks a little rocky right now. And a lot of you guys might not even know what that path is. And I feel like that's where it's creating a lot of the confusion that we were channeling previously. 43, it's another 7. All will work out for you. You are unlimited. It's just red root chakra. A lot of you guys have been having lower back pain, a lot of Kundalini activations further. Maybe your Kundalini didn't fully spark, or maybe it like recoiled. It's going again. What you can create is unlimited. They want you to create. They want you to blend your divine feminine and your divine masculine. Create and do. Because it's going to lead to absolute abundance. And it's not going to be an energy where you have to just do. Be in that masculine energy. It's like, no, you're going to have time where the universe is going to provide for you. You can take breaks. You can rest. It's all about doing this in balance. You are unlimited and time to do it differently. So whatever you were doing before that wasn't working, this is a brand new start, okay? 222. Go beyond what you have done before is what that card says. That's exactly what a lot of you guys are doing. I don't think I'm going to use the other two decks just because I don't feel like there's anything that's really like tying you guys up right now. I just feel like this is all about just resting, recovery, and shifting, to be honest. You guys are in the recovery process. They just keep showing me 4 of Swords in the reverse, 9 of Swords in the reverse, lots of Swords energy. So a lot of thoughts, a lot of fear, a lot of all of that is being released. I'm so proud of us too. Like literally, no, like not a lot of people get to this point. Okay. And if you're here and this resonates for you, master number 11, it's for a reason. You're shifting into something serious. Let's see what angel numbers they have for us. 444. So intuition and inner wisdom. It's just what I was channeling. Strong connection to your angels. Archangels are with you and guiding you. Divine support. Don't worry. They've been with you the whole time, but they're about to be loud in your life. 666. This number's been very, very heavy. Okay. Balance your thoughts, worries, and concerns. Faith focused. Give your faith to the divine. Right? Balancing your thoughts, right? As I was saying, the 4 of Swords in the reverse, the 9 of Swords in the reverse. That's exactly what the 9 of Swords is where you're not like over worrying about anything. You're just allowing your thoughts to be. You're not having so many worries because you're giving it to the divine. Trust your angels to provide you with everything you need. Focus on you. And the you is all capitalized. Focus on you, not anybody else. Not that fucking person that's attached to you, not people in the past, not anything. Focus on you. Balance and heal. But you already did that because this number has been heavy. 321. Who's seeing 321 right now? Heavily. Just started seeing it. Maybe a lot of you guys were seeing 123, 1234, 234, and maybe you were seeing a little bit of mixture of 321 in there. But like as of maybe yesterday or today, you're seeing 321. And it doesn't just have to be on your timer. It's going to come to you. That number is significant. So step towards desires with confidence. What was I saying about embodying the Queen of Wands and King of Wands energy? Yeah, this is the final pause. Look at that. It says pause up there. The final pause. The recovery period. Because there's been all of that movement wasn't necessarily saying like, hey, you need to do all of these things. But you were you were making moves in your shadow. Is why you were seeing so many of those numbers. Because typically when we see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, we know something's coming, something's shifting. But we got set up because we didn't know it was going to be within us. Like, that's where we got fucking set up. Okay? For real. They're like, oh, you're going to make moves in your soul, in your trauma, in your shadow. Like, hello? Like, dang, yeah, 1, 2, 3. I'm saying it's almost time. This is the final pause before the shift. The new moon in Taurus is going to be so significant for so many of you. I'm so excited to do that live. See how we're all feeling and everything. Yeah, it has been a crazy year. Transformation about to be complete since Sagittarius season. That's a long fucking time to be in your shadow. That's a long fucking time to be doing work on yourself. After 2024 that we had was like all of our fucking trauma, our whole life was in a fucking tornado. And then we got plopped out into 2025 and it's like, here, sit with your fucking shadow. Here, sit with your fucking emotions. Here, sit with it. And you're like, what the fuck? You know? They just keep saying like off to Neverland is what I just heard. Stop. I'm about to cry. Like for real. Off to like anything you've ever known. As a step towards desires with confidence. Believe you will succeed. That's all it takes. Just a little bit of belief and pixie dust. Okay? For real. Take on new challenges. Your seeds are growing. Release fear and doubt. Help with manifestations and desires. That's what's been happening. The divine's been helping you obtain your wants and desires because you're in true alignment to receive them. And I'm saying that a lot of you guys manifested some really big shit, new moon in Capricorn. Some really big shit. And this transformation is aligning you to the really big shit. And the transformation's almost complete. So, like, do we even need any more? Like, hello. I'm just, like, so excited for everybody. Like, what the heck? Right? No, for real. Like, y'all really be playing too much. But, like, that's how they work, right? Like, we feel like they're against us. Like, right at the end. Because it's like, we've been through so much. It's like, I can't heal anymore. And they're like, we don't need you to heal. We just need you to shut up and accept. Like, receiving mode now. Like, there's no more healing. Like, we're done with that, okay? Whatever stems up for the rest, a couple days of this post-moon phase, do it. But no full moon energy has really felt like full moon energy because it's been the entire fucking year we felt like that. The eclipse didn't even fucking break me. Yeah, maybe it, will stem up a little bit more emotions, but it was like, we have been taking punch after fucking punch after all of this shit, getting beat the fuck up. And it's like, you think we're really gonna be affected by an eclipse or a fucking full moon at this point? Absolutely not. No. So that's why this full moon doesn't really feel like a full moon, right? Like, we're not super heavy, okay? I mean, the only, I'm not saying that's how it's going to feel for everybody because some people could still be feeling heavier emotions, okay? And a lot of people outside of the water bracket, okay, could really be feeling a lot, especially my air sign babies, okay? Because they're more logical than heart space, okay? It's like really the opposite of emotions. And this transformation happened full moon in Cancer, so that's the whirlwind that we've been in. So just allow yourself that space. Just know that no more healing really needs to be done. It's more of a releasing, a recovery. And not to mention, how many of you guys have felt like an absolute turd butt or looked like an absolute turd butt during this course of this fucking transformation? Maybe your skin's been breaking out. Like, you've been just noticing things like just more oily or just like more than normal. And let me just say, the longer you felt like that, the more you about to glow the fuck up, because the Queen and King of Wands does not play. It is the best energy to be in. I personally think, okay? Like, yeah, the Queen of Pentacles is wonderful. They know their worth. They're stable. They're resilient. But, like, the King and Queen of Wands are fucking powerful if you're sitting in that energy in the correct way. And a lot of you guys are stepping into that energy in the correct way. So it's like, go-getter, motivated, have the energy, have the power, your spirituality's on point, your gifts are on point, your skin's on point, you're looking fucking fabulous, your money's good, like, because you're achieving after all of your goals. Thank you, Aries season. Okay? And it's still Aries season. We got a little bit of time, okay? So just know that, yeah, we're going to be transitioning into something serious the next new moon in Taurus, right? So that's a couple weeks. But you guys, this recovery phase is only going to be for like maybe three or 4 days max, okay? So, what day would that be? So April 24th, write that date down. Put your damn moon water out. Put your damn moon water out. April 24th. Get all of that energy. Do not bring it inside until April 30th, if that's a day, the last day. So like May 1st, bring that shit in. Because that's going to be a powerful moon. All right? It's going to be one of the most powerful of this new year. It's going to feel like the most new moon that we've ever experienced, I really want to say. There's something really significant and powerful with the new moon in Taurus. Okay, and the Moonology cards really lined up to that. Yeah, dude, no wonder. The Chiron placements is your massive wounding. That's your soul purpose wounding. And if a lot of you guys have a Chiron in Cancer, okay, so you're about the same age as me, That's my Chiron placement, because certain placements only transition every 10 to 15 years sometimes. So a lot of you got, and my Chiron is in Cancer. So that resonates for me too. And what is our core wounding? Abandonment. Okay. So yeah, that's why I always tell you guys, like, dive deep in your birth charts, because it will fucking absolutely blow your mind to who you are and what you need to heal. And what the fuck? Hello? Don't you deny my puzzle piece. The fuck? Hello? It was like, no, right. Yeah, so is mine, dude. So a lot of us are probably in our, like, early to late 40s would have a Chiron placement in Cancer. So that's what we've really been going through. All right, but, like, there's some serious shiz going on. Let me see. Let's get this deck. We got about 30 more minutes. I just heard, like, I looked at that card, and literally, now the song doesn't have to be significant, but all I heard in my ear was, all I see is fireworks by, fucking Drake and Alicia Keys. But that specific part, like, all I see is fireworks. Like, it's gonna blow you away. You know, like, you've seen fireworks so many times in your life, but we still love them because it just lights up the sky. They're so fucking beautiful. They have so many different patterns and, you know, uniqueness to them sometimes. Like, so it's always breathtaking. And that's the moments that you guys are actually going to be experiencing. A lot of miraculous, breathtaking fucking moments. Shit that's gonna blow you away. Whatever doubt that you had towards the divine, oh, they're gonna fucking check you on that. Best believe. They're gonna be like, you doubted? And there you fucking go. They always do that shit. That's why I always say, like, even if a reading doesn't resonate for you right now, right? And, you know, this is to say, like, the readings that really do resonate, right? And it's like, we've been knowing of all of this transition and everything for so long, but it's like it doesn't happen in our time. It doesn't happen when we think that it will. So then we start doubting, like, oh, that's not true, or like, oh, I'm done with, like, the love messages or, like, these messages because, like, it's just the same old fucking shit. But then Spirit will check you every time, because especially if you're getting your information from a verified fucking reader, okay? There's a lot of fakes and phonies that read tarot. I never consider myself a tarot reader. I call myself a light worker, okay? Because I work with God and the angels. That's where I get my information. I don't get my information from just knowing the meanings of the cards and reading. That's the difference, okay? Like, I get channeled energy through the reads. But it's like every single time I do a reading, even on myself, even collective readings, right? And I'm just like, that seems like a little fucking frou-frou bullshit. They'll fucking check you every fucking time. Look at this, education. So a lot of you guys might need to go back to school, but, like, I just heard, like, reading the fine print. That's exactly what you guys were doing in your fucking shadow. You got some fine print damn details of your Akashic records of your soul purpose. You don't even realize it yet. But you are going to realize it when you get activated. 101 on the time right now. Who, like, have you guys been seeing a lot of, I keep seeing, like, 1001 has been very significant, and I normally don't see numbers like that. And, like, 101. So it's a lot of, like, the reflection, right? Like, what's within yourself that's been reflected towards you. Everything's a reflection of your energy. This is seeing bigger, the bigger picture. Because a lot of us, like, you know, could just dictate and go through life and be like, you know, yeah, well, I don't really believe that everybody's a mirror to me because that person is, like, that way, or blah, 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 blah. Like, it's coming from a place of, like, judgment where we're thinking that we have to be like that person in order to have it mirrored to us, and that's not the case. And a lot of you guys have, like, a deeper understanding on that. Like, you're starting to understand that, like, what's presented, you're actually starting to pause, have the patience. I feel like you guys have done this maybe like 2 years ago, but it's like it kind of got buried and lost along the way again a little bit, is what Spirit's saying. But it's like there's something significant with this change. It's going to be final. Like, things really aren't going to be bothering you and affecting you the same way that they used to. And I know a lot of people say that, and we go through periods of that, but it's like all of those small periods are leading up to this big change. Like, your life is about to go in a direction where it's like nobody's going to phase you, because it's like your faith, I was going to say next level, but they said gold level. It's like you're just an embodiment of them. You're just an embodiment of angel DNA. It's like you're going to be walking with purpose. They're going to be orchestrating your life, telling you what to do, telling you, like, you have opened a completely new bracket with them because of all of the tests that you've been through, all of the trust and faith that you have upheld, everything that you've done. They're in gratitude to you now. They want to serve you and provide you with what you need, the life of your dreams. Okay? But this card says you may need to take a class or do research to find a better position. Take position as it resonates. Or you may find yourself writing a book or teaching others. Oh my God, you guys. You're about to write your story. There's so much information, like just what people have been putting in the comments. Like, you guys have so much information on what you've obtained, how to get to the core energy of yourself, to find your conditioning, to find your programming, to find your true self. And you have the knowledge that needs to be shared with other people for other people to learn and understand how to do that. Even if they don't want to take it, even if they don't want to accept the information that you're going to be providing, still provide it. It will change lives, many, many lives, is what I'm hearing. We have the cultivation. You are in the growing phase right now, but this was almost in the reverse. So it's like you're in the recovery phase. You've already been in this growing phase. It says you must continue to water the seeds you have planted in order to reap the rewards. And that's the energy that you were in. It's like even through your dark times, even through your doubt, even through the shadow, you were still watering your seeds. You were still showing up for your collective, if that's going to resonate for you. You were showing up for yourself. You were showing up for others. You were showing up for your family, even when you were at your lowest points. You did the best you could, okay? You still showed up. You still did the work. Real passion. So it says stop wasting time in dead-end jobs and find your true passion. This is all about your soul purpose. Educating yourself. You have the blueprints. You're going to be, do you see how this book is kind of like half in the shadow and half in the light? It's like there's pieces of the words that you couldn't understand before because it wasn't shown to you. You're about to have the full page in front of your face. All of the knowledge, all of the tools, all of the guidance on what you need to do, what you need to share. So there's no point to sit on your passions anymore. There's no point to sit on your purpose anymore. It's going to be completely illuminized to you. So a lot of you guys, career changes, location changes. This is the time for change. This is absolute full energy. What is this? Okay, I was like, if that's going to say journey, but we have progress. It seems like a long slog, but your efforts will pay off soon. Stay on course for at least a few more months before making a change. But that's the thing. We've already been on this long slog for months and months. It is time for the change. Renewal. Dude, recovery, renewal, like literally, this is the energy that you guys are in. You need to take time to recharge your energy to get back on track. And I'm not saying that you need to recharge your energy because you need to heal more. I'm saying there is something that's happened within this week. Maybe it was the eclipse, something significant that's happened within this month that you've obtained some core pieces that you can't see yet. You can't read yet. But when you get activated, you're going to see. And this is why you need to recharge your energy right now, because you're about to see what's on those pages and you're going to be called to take action. There's something still just a little bit that needs to cleanse up in your energy within your body for you to reach this activation point. So this is exactly what you need to go through. I love that. Recalibration. Okay? You need to take time to recharge your energy to get back on track, because we're about to shift. Whether you want to believe it's now or not or whenever, we're about to shift. Okay? It's time's ticking. New moon in Taurus, very significant. We started with new moon in Sagittarius when the fucking transition was happening, and then the last card was new moon in Taurus. That's the next new moon. And it said expect powerful change. Like literally, that's literally a confirmation of all of the energy I've been feeling and talking about for months. It says challenges ahead require you to have faith and break through, but you already faced the challenges. Now you're in a recovery. You don't necessarily need to renew yourself. You've already been doing that. And look what's on the bottom, fucking investment. Invest in your education. Somebody needs to go back to school. Somebody needs to learn something. Teach something. Invest in your education and make some big plans for the future. Take calculated risks, but save something to fall back on. Okay, so be mindful of your spending right now. And education doesn't always mean going back to school. This is further educating yourself on your gifts, on your abilities. Okay, on ways where your purpose can bring you money as well. Yep. Prickly situation and tarped. This is what you're getting out of into the future. Can't make this shit up. And then we're back to cultivation. So yeah, like this is just confirming the energy you guys have been in. You need both tact and diplomacy to reach your goals. The struggle is worth the prize. The struggle is worth the prize. I'm gonna say it again. The struggle is worth the prize. You guys have no idea. This is why they're being so cut and dry. They're not even giving us any key points on like what you're about to step into, because it's going to be so fucking life-changing. So fucking life-changing. They won't even tell us. They won't even tell me. Okay? And like, I pretty much know how to work them around everything. Okay? Like, literally. Thank you. The blood of Jesus is within us, but I say more God. Okay? God, Jesus, kind of same thing. Jesus was more just of a prophet to awaken that within us, if you want to know a piece of what I believe, okay? But literally, like, let's go, okay? Let's fucking go. The struggle is worth the prize. And how long have we been going through the struggle? A long fucking time. Hella long, bro. Hella long. I feel like any other transformation, because typically the transformations do happen in Sagittarius season, but I feel like those wrap up about like the new moon in the full moon in Leo, new moon in Pisces kind of lifts that energy, and we've been in it for so long. It's been like double the time that it normally is. It says work around the issue and use a gentle touch. So that's exactly what they've been wanting you to do. They know that these situations were going to be really hard, but this was being able to soften your energy, soften your emotions, and bring out that gentleness, bring out that grace. We've been talking about gentle and grace forever, that feminine energy, which is why it's been so significant. Come back to your Empress energy. No matter what your gender is, no matter what situations that you've been doing, you've come back to your Empress energy every time. You would nurture yourself, you would love yourself, you would start accepting things, and you're like, okay, I don't need to act like this. Like, why am I acting like this? You've been on fucking point with every trigger brought your way, looking deeper into what you need to fucking look. Okay? And tarped. So spiders have been very significant. And spiders are all about like creating your own reality, the creation. Spiders are a very, very good omen in spirituality, okay? I've been seeing them everywhere, like outside, inside. I'm like, what the heck? And I try, like, I don't like spiders, but I try and be mindful, like, you know, but I'm just like, that's not my favorite thing to see, but like, it's a beautiful thing when you start seeing them frequently as a symbolization, okay? It says you feel stuck in your current situation, but you do have options. Look for another job while keeping the one you have for now. And this is exactly the thing here, is because a lot of you guys are shifting from 3D jobs into spiritual purpose. So don't just think that you need to quit that job right now and step into purpose. Like, no, it can cohere together, okay? So it's like, as you're finding your footing, continue your work, but just know that it's going to require a little bit more of your time and energy that you will have, okay? 13. Dude, we've been seeing a lot of 13 in here, and I love it. Fucking number of transformation. Just beautiful. Just confirming, literally, that the transformation is almost complete, okay? But just allow yourself, like if that is what you're trying to do, because a lot of your guys' abundance is locked in with your soul purpose and your destiny, okay? So we're needing to step a little bit more into that, but not a full step, but this is like getting planning, actually get things moving to what you need to do. If you're confused on what you need to do, find what you're passionate for and start researching into it, okay? And that could have been an indicator that a lot of you guys have already been doing that, but this is also confirmation to do that if you have not yet done it. You will find it. Because the future, like you're going to be seeing crystal clear into what you need to be doing. I'm dead ass serious. Crystal ball. All right. Plan for the future while living in the present. Exactly what I just fucking said. You are always supported by spirit. Your psychic abilities can bring you prosperity. You can't make this up. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. Let's see. I just want to get a couple out of here, and then we're going to pull tarot. And we're going to keep this a little short. I have to pick up my daughter from school today. I just couldn't come on here on Saturday and do this live because my son was home all weekend. So, look at this. Look at this. Abundance or money rituals. Bottom of the deck is content creator. Some of you guys need to step into content. Okay, for some of you guys may already be content creators, okay? Just take what resonates. Not all of you guys need to step into being a content creator, okay? But you guys have been doing some sort of abundance or money rituals. What did I say? Like, I keep getting downloads of money mantras. A lot of my collective, this has been finding you. It's been haunting you. Guess why? Windfall is expected. Windfall is expected. Miss or Mr. Independent, you don't need anyone to create your success. Say it louder for the people in the back. You don't need anyone, besides spirit, of course, to create your success. Especially that damn counterpart. Fucking lit them. Lit them. Let them is the energy. Think more, spend less, okay? So just know that, like, when this windfall comes, like, still be in your logical mindset, okay? Don't think that because you've been deprived of finances for a long time, like, you need to go out and spend all of this money. And we did see invest. So a lot of you guys might need to be investing your money, okay? Unexpected gifts or new talents. I love this one. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see if we can get just a little bit more. This is your gift for the work that you've done. Awaken your intuition to hear the guidance. And I feel like this is exactly what's happening. Remember when I was saying that in my third eye, I was seeing the high priestess rotating? That's exactly what you've been doing. It's been like, oh my God, thank you, Spirit. They're like, yep. It's like rotating because it's getting something stirred within you. That's why it's been rotating. Something stirring, about to hit activation. Activation within your gifts, within your abilities. You're about to, like, fully awaken more. This is so beautiful. A lot of you guys could be in the healthcare, so medical, dental, or you have a love for helping people. Okay? Counselor or life coach. I'm telling you, like, motivational speaking, helping people with their trauma. Be at peace with what you currently have, and that's exactly where you have been. I feel like a lot of you guys have had, like, little to, like, nothing, and that was a test. Okay, so style creator. All right, so you could be into clothes, jewelry, hair, makeup, skincare, and money wishes. Like, literally, your abundance is coming the fuck in. Job promotion or pay raise also could be coming in. So it's like, that's exactly it. So if you guys are still in, like, a 3D job, right? Like the healthcare, or you do hair or clothes or jewelry or retail or whatever the hell you do, you're going to be receiving a promotion or a pay raise. And then, like, I do feel like maybe, like, I'm hearing bonus, like large bonus, okay? Could also be significant for some of you guys to actually launch these side businesses into your purpose. There's going to be something handed over to you that's going to help you excel in what you're trying to create. Yep. They can't though. They'll be blocked from your energy. They have to go through what we go through. And even if they do come back, you're going to tell them no anyways, because they're going to show up not in the right energy. It's not going to be in alignment to you. How many, like what? This is probably a lot of y'all's like second awakening that you're going through right now. This isn't just an upgrade in your gifts and abilities. This is a fucking second awakening that you're fucking going through right now. It's a massive shift. And a lot of them are like just now starting to enter their first one. So it's like they still have a lot of like healing and growth that they need to do to be able to put themselves on a path of abundance. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of tricks and turns, okay? I don't feel like their path is going to be as long as ours, because they can handle being in that doer energy a lot easier than we can. It's just getting them to heal. That's the problem, right? Getting them in that feminine energy, to take that feminine standpoint, to be vulnerable with themselves and look within that they're struggling with right now. So we could have been struggling with finances within our masculine energy. They're struggling to look within their feminine energy. So like we've kind of like all of our energies have been like swapped a bunch. All right. But just know that like just because they awaken and come forward to you does not mean that they're ready. And so a lot of you guys, if that does happen, you are going to be asked to actually reject this person because they're just not in alignment with you. Not to say that they never will be, but it's just not your path right now. Page of Cups. Look at this beautiful heart chakra activation. You can't make it up. Oh my God. And what helps you embody more love? More unconditional love. You guys are unconditional love, but what helps open you up to that? Helping others, right? And the heart chakra, it releases judgments over other people. It allows you to not feel triggered by other people because you see so clearly. You are so developed. And this is exactly what you've been working on through the transformation within your emotions. You're no longer going to be that ugly person that overreacts to fucking everything. Whatever that is for you. Anger, overly emotional, feeling neglected, feeling like you don't belong, feeling like nobody's in your corner. It's all gonna fucking change because you exude unconditional love. And when you know your power and you know the true pieces within you that have been locked away, have been in the shadows, you're taking it to the light. You're re-seeing yourself in a different way. It's unlocking your heart chakra. So you're just going to understand like, hey, no ill will towards anybody. But like, if you treat me less than, I'm not even going to respond. You're just out of my energy. Get the fuck out of my way. That's the exact energy. Get the fuck out of my way. Because you're going to be in an unstoppable force. They keep showing me Chariot, and then like literally I just heard a horse neigh. Like literally your Chariot is fucking here. You're about to fucking coast. That's why Cancer energy is so significant, you guys. High Priestess Cancer energy is so fucking significant because in order to get on the Chariot, there's pieces of yourself that you have to know in order to balance both of your own inner masculine and feminine energies is what conducts the Chariot to move forward. Okay? And that's the energy that you guys are in. It's like, get the fuck out of my way. Whoever doesn't is going to get trampled by Archangel Michael and the fucking horse of the Chariot. Okay? Just saying. Whoever wants to fuck with you in this timeline, it's not happening. It's giving instant karma. Page of Materials, there's that lovely education, educating yourself. Look at, this is like a mirroring aspect, right? Seeing yourself in others, knowing that it's an illusion. It's to better help you, not to find fault with the person who's triggering you. Makes sense? Here's the 6. 6s have been so significant. Look, you're about to be flicked far into a different timeline. She has such pretty hands. And like her rings, so that can be significant for some of you guys. But do you see the little tiny person on her fingers? It's like flicking the shadow away because you're bigger than your shadow. That's what you're realizing. You're bigger than your shadow. You're like, you can go for now. Thank you. We're done. But do you see how much bigger you are now than your shadow? It's like your shadow is getting smaller and smaller and smaller and has less and less and less power over you. You're not letting anything fucking stop you. You've learned the lessons. And this isn't saying that you have more lessons to learn within you. This is saying that you're going to be branching out, like sharing your knowledge with other individuals. Maybe individuals that are very stagnant, that are the same like other people, right? Because if we're just looking at this like a single rose, roses grow in like bushels, right? Where it's like everything's the same, but you are different. But you help reflect to people what they need to see. That's why you're chosen. That's why you have a purpose. That's why you're meant to share your gifts with other people. You know how to heal. You downsized your shadow, and you deserve to share that with other people. And you will get abundance for that. Like, look, you're a wounded warrior. You've been through everything. Look at her. Standing in her confidence, exuding her sacral, exuding her creativity, not coming from a place of fear. Like, yeah, I'm wounded. I've been through a lot, but I'm fucking back up better than ever. And I'm fucking ready. I'm ready. So beautiful. 6-9. Shut the fuck up. 6-9 is Cancer energy. You have developed 1, 2, 3 on the time, an immense amount of strength, and you're being carried. This is your recovering process. You're being carried to your next timeline. You've done enough. There's no more work to do. This is just a recovery process. To the 6 of Wands. I told you 6s were significant. Recognition, stardom. Look, because it's like, did you see the black shawl that she's wearing? It's like you can be cloaked in your shadow and still rise, still be significant, like resilient. You're still a star because of it, because of what you went through. People deserve to know what you've been through, what you've overcame. This is a beautiful era for you. Yeah. What you've had to go through to get there. You see how like all of these girls are the same? This is all versions of yourself that you had to like go through levels to obtain the cape, the shawl. It's like every level and door that you went through, you wear it proudly. You're not scared of what you went through. It added to your strength. Yeah. You're moving on from the pain. But like the reason why I love this card is because like all of these females a lot of the time are alone. There's a lot of darkness, but you see the light streaking through. That's how you felt at the door, but you're no longer at the door, right? They open the door. You have the thread. You can pull yourself out now. You obtain the pieces that you needed to see, and it wasn't pretty. It was painful and it hurt. A lot of it was your trauma. Your old conditioning, shedding your old self, which makes you feel like you've lost a piece of yourself necessarily. And so that's why the grieving part had to take in. For a lot of you counterparts, you're going to be in a grieving process because this person has to be shut out of the door as well. He can't come with you. You have to find their own ways to navigate through the door, but little do you know, whatever's destined for you, whoever is your true partner, you will always have the same destinations. You will always have the same destinations. You just might get there at different times. And you can't live your life carrying on expecting them to be there. You have to navigate through this life for yourself, your power, your knowledge. We are called A lot of you guys that are going to resonate with this are divine feminines. You're called to help everybody. You are the true embodiment of unconditional love. That was why you guys activated. It was because that unconditional love got activated within both of you. But you can't expect that person to do the same thing that you're doing. They have a choice, but they also have been opened up to what unconditional love is. It's their choice what they do with it. They can let fear stem over their life for their entire life, but you still showed them what it feels like to be truly unconditionally loved. And that's all you needed to do, because you found the unconditional love within yourself, that you find within your shadow. You find within the deep pieces of yourself, because you were unafraid. I'm Not Afraid by Eminem. I'm not afraid to take a stand. Everybody, come take my hand. And that's the thing. You're not just here for them. You're here for everyone. You want to share your knowledge with everyone. You want to share your love with everyone. You don't think you're better than anybody. You want to help everyone achieve the same levels of consciousness, the same levels of abundance, the same levels of freedom that you've achieved. Which is why you were chosen for this journey. Whatever journey that looks like to you. It's been painful. Extremely painful. The Three of Swords is the most painful card in the deck, I feel like. Because it's not the Ten of Swords where it's like you're dead. It's like you're feeling everything. And you still have to straighten your crown and keep going. That takes resilience. That takes strength. The Tower. Look at this. You're walking out of the Tower unscathed. You said do your worst. They did. And look who's still standing. More knowledgeable than ever. About to be more gifted than ever. This was the final tower before the peak. So it could look a little heavy for some of you guys, especially if some of you guys are having a harder time releasing the pain. But you're being highly encouraged to move on from the pain. Step into your resilience. Step into your power. Step into your unconditional love. Not even your goddamn self-love. Step into your unconditional love. This is loving people with no fucking conditions and no expectations. You just love. A lot of you guys have been in hermit mode. This is the final stretch for hermit mode, and you're about to break free into stardom, into your new timeline, into your abundance, into your goddamn emperor energy. Controlled, resourceful, purposeful. I told you guys you're shifting into your masculine energy. Because it's time. Because you know why? Because somebody else has to sit in the feminine. Somebody else has to do the fucking work. And they're not going to be able to run anymore. So you're being called to step the fuck up and step the fuck out, because you got your whole fucking life over there. All right? Like, a lot of you are going to resonate with this. If you resonate with the divine counterpart journey, it's no longer about them. It's about you. You let the divine handle them, because they're awakening. A lot of them are. They can't run anymore. They're sick of it. And so they have to be placed in the feminine energy that you sat so comfortably in, uncomfortably comfortable in. They have to sit there. They have to harness their emotions. They have to get vulnerable with themselves. So a lot of you guys that resonate with the divine counterpart journey, you're switching energies. But for a lot of you guys too, that doesn't resonate for, it's still the same. You're switching your own energy. You're going from the feminine, from the receiving, right? Because when you step into your emperor, that means that your abundance is already on its way. That there's something that needs to be done with the resources that you have. But first, success, victory. This is like everything that you've created, you're about to put action towards. This is absolutely beautiful because this is what's actually going to bring in all of that 10 of Pentacles. Yes, you could get windfalls of cash. You could get unexpected money. Whatever that abundance looks like that's going to be sent into you, that's going to help you navigate further to step into your purpose, to step into your abundant birthright. Because it's not going to stop there, right? It's taking it a step further. You're getting all the tools, all of the money, all of everything ready to conduct how you're going to be living your life. And I bet you, a lot of you guys that are counterparts, they will meet you there. It's just not up to your timing. You can't rush the timing. Technically, it even fucks with the connection when we're pulling on the energy trying to get the timing because it's energetically chasing. Which is why I've wanted to stop doing divine counterpart readings for a while. Okay? And maybe that is true. And maybe we had to get up to this point. All right. I still do like to be able to orchestrate healing what they need to do. Okay. Because that's my purpose. But it's like a lot of you guys just might fall off from like receiving tarot readings to begin with. Because you're going to be so busy doing everything. You're going to be like, I don't even care. Like, I don't care to read like where their energy's at and everything. And that's wonderful. That's exactly the energy that you need to be in. All right. So whoever needed to hear that message, that's for you. Okay. But you're literally shifting into a brand new timeline, the 1, 2, 3 that we just saw, into abundance. Thank you, Spirit. I fucking knew it. The High Priestess. And what's that? The Page of Pentacles. You're stepping into so much higher sense of awareness. You did it. You mastered your High Priestess energy. You mastered your Empress energy quite a while ago, but you haven't mastered the High Priestess. And now you have. You're about to have, do you see like all of these codes that she's seeing? You're going to see things you've never seen before. You're going to be able to tap into a certain part of your gifts that you've never been able to tap into before. Crescent moons can be significant. The letters B and J can be significant because it is depicted on the High Priestess. Runes can also resonate. I just heard Ankh. But it's like you're cloaked. Nobody can fucking touch you. Nobody can even see you. Unless you're like aligned. You only come out for those that are in alignment. Nobody else is even going to be able to see you. Unless like they're truly meant to see you. The Three of Wands. Progression. Movement forward. Ships coming in. It's here. But your energy is like a domino effect. You affect a lot of other people. We have the Hanged Man and the Ace of Cups. So you're in this little pause right now. Pisces energy, heavy Cancer energy, Aries energy, heavy Aries energy actually. But this could be the seasons because we are in Aries. So Cancer season can be very significant for a lot of you guys. Like when you're actually going to be like taking that step forward, which means that your abundance is going to be trickling in within the next like month and a half. Embodying self-love, breath of fresh air. You took a deep dive on yourself. You're the embodiment of unconditional love. That's what you realized with the I. How can I be unconditional love? How can I radiate this to everybody and give back? Look at this. We have 666 out on the board. And it was, they actually gave us that angel number in our angel number oracle deck. And then we have the Ace of Wands. You're going to have the inspiration and the motivation to chase after every fucking dream. Knight of Cups. Awakening. Judgment. Judgment's been called. You passed every test. Your whole life is going to transform. That like chaos, deeper energy, that longing for purpose, longing, like all that inner child healing, that shit's done. That shit's like done for right now. Look at this. We have the Three of Pentacles and we have the Fool. You're done with this, but a lot of you guys might be needing to learn how to teach others how to do this. Okay? focus on their inner child healing, heal their abandonment wounds, like telling people how to do it. Okay? Because there's a lot of people, even in my collective, that wish there was more people that would come on and like teach them how to heal. And that's why I've been doing my healing series, okay? I know the first one wasn't for everybody, but here in the beginning of May, we're going to be talking about abuse. And then after we talk about, because the first one was about addiction, the second one is about abuse, and then we're going to be tapping into actual inner child healing. But you know, this is our main purpose. We need more people doing this, okay? So just follow your guys' purpose, follow your guys' intuition. Everything is looking wonderful. You guys fucking did it. You're fucking transforming. You need to be so fucking proud of yourself. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for all of the likes, all of the follows, all of the gifts. And to all of our new followers, welcome in. Happy healing, happy shifting. And I'm going to wrap this up because I got to go. So if you guys would like a personal reading, you guys are amazing. My link is in my bio, okay? I have a lot of options. I'll probably be running another sale here pretty soon too. So just stay, what the hell is the word I'm looking for? It's just like, just keep following my stories and everything. If you check my stories, I do post like when I have sales and everything like that too. Aw, you guys are so sweet. I love you guys. Thank you for all your love and support. I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your day, and I hope we made your Monday a little bit better, okay? I love you. Till next time.